A huge welcome to everybody. This is our game of the week. Tremendous buzz in the stadium. You can feel the energy building. Fan base is looking forward to this one, and we're right there with them. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams. Two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the second-ranked team, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the turn. Underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Here comes a handoff. Fighting him off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with is defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looking right, this one caught. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
And the Hoosiers lining up here on 1st and 10. Quick throw complete to the tight end. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down at the 27-yard line.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
On first down, it's play action. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. They look to throw it here on second down. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. On third down, he drops to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Indiana. Talk about a great way to start this game, Kirk, setting the tone very early.
Yeah, sometimes it takes an offense a couple drives to get comfortable. You can tell this unit came onto the field locked in and focused. No slow start at all for these guys.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Unleashes the stiff arm. He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line. So they were backed up, and in one play, they're suddenly threatening to score. First and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to try the extra point. And it's good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Steps out at the 9. Poor return and poor field position to start the drive. Back out there on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got it. He stopped him at the 22, but that's important breathing room on this drive.
This is what makes this tight end so difficult to match up with. Whether you play zone and you create openings and the quarterback's able to throw it into the bigger tight end, or here, because of his athletic ability, he gets open to the corner and a nice throw by the quarterback.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And it falls incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Toss play to the running back going left. They'll tackle him at the 27.
You know, a toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Yeah, that's an incompletion. That'll bring up 4th down, and makes you wonder if the offensive coordinator is reevaluating. Maybe a run there might have been the safer call.
The Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? He's going to hand this off. Gets into space at the 50. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Going to try to use his legs here. Finding some room at the 25. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 7.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. A pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Now the try here for the extra point. The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Shotgun formation here on third down. The catch is made along the sideline. Good job getting the foot down. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. And the Hoosiers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looking to chuck it again. Makes a quick catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Second down after that previous play. And he drops back in the gun. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. He grabs it inside the 20. They bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
The Hoosiers pick up enough for a first down. Defense seems to be dialing up the pressure here. Receiver makes the catch. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers. So after the momentum shifts, Kirk, we are now dead even in this football game.
Chris, doesn't it have that feeling that which quarterback's going to have the ball last is going to be the offense, and the guy that has a chance to win this game may be going back and forth all game?
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. He's running out of time here. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. Second down play coming up. Here's the handoff. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. And looking to throw now on first down. He'll take a deep shot. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, and that is a big-time play.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He finds his man. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Back in motion now. Looking to throw it again. Catch made on the out route. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, when you run that out route, it's going to end up very close to the sideline. His awareness to realize not only keep his eyes on the football, but where he is on the field. He gets his toe down before he goes out of bounds for the catch.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
And the back now goes in motion. Looking to throw it on first down. He's escaping the pocket now. He's got it for a big gain. tackle made after a big gain.
Boy, this defense looks like they are confused, and they should be. This wide receiver is putting on a clinic here in the first half. He sees blood in the water right now, and he's got over 100 yards in the first half already.
Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaking tackles. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. He'll step out after a nice gain there, and the offense will have first and goal.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
First and goal, handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They got some things to work out here. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for second and goal. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's a highlight reel diving catch there. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking for the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. They will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. missed it. And after the miss, still down by 7. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Hoosiers will kick this away to begin the second half. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tried to make something happen on the return and steps out at the 23. Memphis offense is back out on the field now. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. Escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
Pressure is coming. He's got a man down the middle. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. It's 3rd down for the offense. And they pick up the first on the ground. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
This Memphis offense is moving quickly down the field. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tigers. No chance to catch him. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. First down, looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. Oh, that one's picked off.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And there's the handoff. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Memphis. And they go in front here in the second half.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
So they'll try to add the lead now to the PAT. PAT puts him in front by 7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Hoosiers offense is back out there on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage. and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
He gets away with one here. He threw that ball into double coverage, so don't get me wrong. There was a lot of pressure. He does a nice job of hanging in there. But, man, you got to be careful where you're throwing this football.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Caught in the flat by the running back. Gets some space around the 30. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The offense really clicking against this battle defense. Looking to throw yet again. He'll take a deep shot here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's moving out of the pocket. Under pressure, just lets it go. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Receiver makes the grab. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. The ball is caught. Tackled at the 8 after the completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Here we go. 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Someone moved this a bit too early, and it cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down. Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Second down, we're going to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Here's a serious gamble, folks. Coach going for it, backed up near his own end zone. Needs a completion here on fourth down. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
The game makes it second and medium. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Tigers! This passing game is on fire today.
We're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
PAT is good, so it's an 11-point lead, 35-24.
Memphis, 35, Indiana, 24.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He steps out at the 21. That's where they'll start the drive. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
On the play. Brings up second down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Memphis 35, Indiana 24.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that ball.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in the football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk. But with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game.
Well, down late in his football game by more than a possession, they obviously had to go for this. They just couldn't come up with the execution.
Running through the tackle. And the ball to the ground. Defense grabs the... Turnover.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Using that challenge, a smart move by the head coach as the officials overturn the previous ruling on the field. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Memphis.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield. He may go for a third or a fourth later today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 here in the final quarter.
Memphis, 22. Indiana, 24.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Indiana.
First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to make a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Now second down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Fires it to his target. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Inside the 20. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Returner trying to create good field position. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there.
And the Indiana offense will take over 1st and 10.
And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Ball handed off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
Ball handed off. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
Really smart play call. Anytime you can use the defense's aggression against them, you do it. And eventually, you'll catch them out of position and potentially hit a big play.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fist. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
The Hoosiers bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team.
And your Memphis Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. This group has been clicking. It really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Tackle up near midfield at the 48 here.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because you can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Fights off a defender. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
No gain on the play. Now, a 4th down.
The punt team making their way on the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
This will be marked down about the 25-yard line. 4th down here. The offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. The back's got it. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Important 2nd down play coming up.
Here we go.
Motion now from the tight end. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Fights through a tackle. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new 1st down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future for That right there, yeah, that's what they've been looking for all game.
That's a first down for the offense.
And the Hoosiers will line up on 1st and 10. Trying to find some room. It's Brown. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Hey, where's that been the whole game? That's actually a nice run. It has been a tough day for this offense, but you know what? You love to see the offensive line and the running back still out there competing, trying to show the coaches that they're not worried about the score. They're going to go out and show their competitive spirit, and hopefully that'll help them down the road.
Good enough for a first down.
Well, frankly, Kirk, we hope for games that are a little bit more suspenseful. This one got out of hand early, ended up being a rout.
That's putting it nicely, Chris, right? This was a complete blowout. A solid performance in all areas by this team. Their coaches should be proud of how they looked out there today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.